I don't drive in L.A., Paul. It's dangerous. L.A. and New York, you can't do it.
Well,
You get frustrated.
When you said, I can't drive 55, you were not saying, I can't drive any slower than 50. You were saying, I can't get down to that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
When they changed the speed limit, I was in Africa on vacation with my family on a safari, for 6 weeks. I was gone. I came home 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm in Albany, New York. I flew into Albany and was driving to Lake Placid. 2 o'clock in the morning, I'm going 62 miles an hour, and a cop pulls me over, and I'm going, what's the deal? He's going, we give tickets for 62 around here. I'm going, wait a minute, the speed limit's 65. He goes, no, it's 55. And I didn't even know they changed it.
Right.
And I wrote the song, I swear, right on the spot. This guy's writing the ticket, and I'm writing the lyrics.
Did you
Write me up.
Did you give him any of the publishing or writer's royalties for that?
I would love it.
Well, you are so an interesting character. As I was saying before we started rolling, where do you come from? I know you're from what they call the Bay Area. You're an interesting kind of a character, a musician. Bay Area, of course, we got to know it, the San Francisco sound in the 60s of the Haight-Ashbury scene and the Jefferson Airplane and stuff like that. Janice, so you weren't around. You're younger than that.
No, I'm actually the same. I mean, I'm 71, so I'm probably from that age group, but I wasn't hip to that scene. Back when they were doing that, the San Francisco sound, I kind of dug some of it, but I was more like, I was listening to group called Rhinoceros and the Stones.
Oh, my goodness.
And
well, you're talking about my Canadian friends, Rhinoceros.
Yeah, they were one of my favorite bands, and Procol Harum. And,
we've got to talk about Rhinoceros for a minute, because they were
funky.
A strange phenomenon.
Yeah.
Being Canadian myself, I remember them and their predecessors, John and Lee and the Checkmate. Yes.
I saw them at the Whiskey A Go-Go.
What kind of a band did you want to... I mean, when you hear Sam, you definitely have your own sound. That's what we all strive for, really, musicians, artists, singers. You got your own sound. Where it came from, I'm not sure. It didn't come from the San Francisco scene. It didn't come... Was it Tower of Power? We hear about them in the Bay Area.
Sly and the Family Stone, James Brown, Wilson Pickett. I was singing soul music. Yeah. I wanted to sing like that.
Of all these soul singers that you just mentioned, you mentioned a whole bunch of great... Well, who really hit you the hardest as a kid?
Honestly, James Brown.
Well, me too.
Because he was so simple, and the funk of the music, that it was just so tight. James had the best scream. Hey! Woo! Hey!
That you got it. I can hear 3 notes in there.
Yeah.
He was screaming.
Well, that's because I'm hoarse.
Well, but isn't that part of it too? So, like, I Feel Good? I mean, what?
Oh, yeah. Here you go.
Let me hear it.
I don't,
just a little.
But see, I don't know how to play these songs on guitar, because in that band, I would sing these songs.
Just sing and do a spin.
What can it be in D?
Yeah.
See, Hey, I feel good. Huh. I knew that I would now. I feel good. Huh. I knew that I would. Woo. So good. So good. I got you. Hey!
Oh! So now you see we're starting.
Thank you for that, Paul.
I'm starting to hear where some of the sound
I haven't done
comes
that
from.
in 100 years.
You're a soul singer.
That calls for a sip of water. Little Richard, I think, is still the greatest rock singer ever. That first album, that specialty album, he had Long Tall Sally, Rip It Up, Lucille.
Yeah.
He had every song on there was great. Every song was a hit in some way.
Molly.
Yeah, Good Golly Miss Molly.
And,
but his voice, he was always in that peak register, like Paul McCartney. And then he would go and hit that woo, which I can't do that because I'm already in my peak register.
Yeah.
He could still go up and do that falsetto like Paul McCartney does.
Right, and you're in full voice when you're up there.
I'm in full voice. I don't have a falsetto.
Keep it knocking, but you can't come in.
Yeah,
Did you ever do that?
No, maybe. Maybe. Here we are in D again.
Okay.
Keep on knocking, but you can't come in. Keep on knocking, but you can't come in. Keep on knocking, but you can't come in. Come back tomorrow night and try it again. You say you love me, but you can't come in. You say you love me, but you can't come in. Woo! You say you love me, but you can't come in. Come back tomorrow night and try it gotta get out. I mean, how bad was he? I mean, he was just playing cool shit, you know, and singing like that.
You know what I learned about him too? The secret, you do the same thing with both hands. So that way you have both go.
So it's doing that.
Both hands going. And for a solo, just go up. Who knows what you're playing?
That's keeping the energy up.
Oh,
That's
man.
keeping the energy
Well, you
up.
are the #1 energy man. You're perfect voice. I mean, I hear Little Richard in your voice now. I'm starting to hear these old R&B performers. But Robert Plant and Zeppelin have been a major influence for you.
I think is what happened for me was then when that music came along, and I started wanting to be a rocker. Then I started saying they were blues influenced. Jeff Beck group with Rod Stewart.
Yeah.
They were blues influenced. So I started singing more like that. You know, I started and Paul Rogers from Bad Company. Well, from Free. From Free.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Whoa, whoa, yeah. There she stood in the street, smiling from her head to her feet. I said, hey, what's your name, baby? Are you trying to see things the same? She said, love, don't go so fast. Don't you think a love can last? I said, love, Lord above. Now you're trying to trick me in love. Woo. All right now, baby, it's all right. All right now, baby, it's all right, it's all right. Oh. He was a boxer, not when I was growing up.
Yeah.
He had already been a boxer before I was born, and he got his license taken. He got banned from the sport from punching a referee out.
Oh, well, yeah, you're not
You know,
supposed to.
yeah, he didn't like the way the referee was refereeing the fight, so he just went in and knocked him out. But my dad was a maniac, crazy alcoholic, ex-fighter, tough guy, but he listened to country all the time. So I also, you know, hearing
So
Hank
you-
Williams and people like that. And
Do you take any of that for your own, you think?
Absolutely.
Any country seep in?
I gotta say that to me, country and blues are the same thing. You know, the blacks were coming from the Delta singing about their life, and the white guys were working in the fields too, and you know, farmers and stuff singing about their life, and they're really very similar. And I love early country, and I love really early blues. Those are my two favorite go-to music. You know, then I'll take soul music, and then I'll take rock.
Well, you